Hi, welcome. For today's class, we're going to be working on breath work, specifically kind of becoming aware of our breathing, where we're breathing, how we're breathing, what we're breathing through, and then using that connection to our breath to connect deeper into our movement. So for today's class, we're going to start with an easy sit. You can be kneeling on the mat. If it feels more comfortable, you can just sit with your legs crossed. And I want you to start just by closing your eyes. And breathe. Taking nice deep inhales and exhale. Really kind of feel where your breath is going. You want to keep your eyes closed for this because it helps kind of cancel out one of your sensory kind of like perceptions. It takes away sight, which helps you focus and become more aware of sound, taste, touch. And it'll help you kind of feel how your body is moving, necessarily using your surrounding as feedback for that. So taking in a deep breath, really let your body fill up with air, and exhale. Feel your shoulders relax. Good. And now here I want you to kind of think about where you're breathing through. Are you breathing through your mouth? Or are you using your nose? Really think about taking a deep inhale through your nose. We have all of these nose hairs that help filter the air. And then exhale through your mouth. Can you grow your spine a little taller? Open up your collarbones as you inhale. And then maintain that height and length as you exhale, feeling your waist naturally start to close in. Beautiful. Just a couple more breaths here. We really want to think about our diaphragm breathing. I want you to feel those front ribs knitted closer together. Keep them knitted and breathe into the sides and back of your ribs. Your waist start to wrap in like you're being tied into a corset. Now this breath is really important when we're doing Pilates because it kind of helps your body automatically stack itself properly. It kind of helps prevent that forward hunch, overextension. You really have to think about keeping those ribs knitted together, sending that breath more towards the back of your ribs. That in turn really lets your lungs fill up with as much air as possible. And then when you exhale and you wrap that waist in, you start to engage those deeper ab muscles like your TVA, which are super important because they help keep your spine supported and tall. They also help massage your organs, which helps them work better. We're going to do just 4 more breaths here. Another really great thing about this breathing is that it helps stimulate your vagus nerve. Now your vagus nerve is Latin for wander, and it's actually the longest cranial nerve of your body. It starts in your brain, it goes through your face, your thorax, abdomen, kind of settling somewhere around your colon digestive tract. By stimulating this nerve, we activate your parasympathetic nervous system. Now your parasympathetic nervous system is kind of called the rest and digest system. It helps lower your heart rate. It kind of helps settle you in and relax you, as opposed to your sympathetic nervous system, which is the one that's in charge of your fight or flight kind of dynamic. It releases cortisol and adrenaline using kind of like stress as a motivator to get you prepped for action. And these past few months have been extremely stressful for everyone, from the virus to the ongoing kind of protests for civil rights. And it's important to take some time to really kind of connect to yourself and relax, because a lot of stress isn't good for the body. It starts to wear you out. So if you're ever kind of feeling super stressed out, this easy deep breathing technique, doesn't have to be very long, maybe just 5 minutes, allows you to just kind of engage that, stimulate that vagus nerve, and it'll help you just kind of relax. Last breath here. Beautiful. From here, we're going to come on to all fours. So I want you to have your hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. We're going to start with a little bit of cat-cow. Thank you. Yeah, okay. Good. Gracias. So here you're going to inhale. Yeah, good boy. And you're going to let your sits bones flare back. You're going to arch your spine down towards the mat. Feel your chest lifting away from the floor and your collarbones widening. And then you're going to exhale, tuck your pelvis, arch your spine up towards the ceiling, kind of like imitating an angry cat. Okay. And then reverse. So here again, really connect your breath to inhale to arch down. And then exhale as you arch up. Looking good. Last 3. Final one to both directions. Beautiful, and then we're going to come right back into neutral. So I want you to feel the crown of your head and your tailbone reaching long away from each other. We're going to go for our bird dog. So as you inhale, think about opening your collarbones. And then exhale, lift your right arm and left leg long. Make sure here that you keep pressing your left hand into the mat, lifting your chest away so we're not allowing that shoulder and chest to sink down. And then inhale, bring that arm and leg down. And then switch sides. Exhale, left arm, right leg. Think about length here and not height. So you're reaching your fingertips and toes away from each other, helping you find even more length in your spine. And then inhale and bring down. So again, finding a connection between your breath and movement here, going nice and slow. We're thinking more restorative today than power. Beautiful. Here, we're going to do just 4 more to each side, trying to minimize the shift happening in your body. Last 2 to each side. Keep your neck nice and long. So don't let your gaze lift forward. Think about keeping it down between your hands. Last set here. Beautiful. After that last set, you're going to carefully lie all the way down on the mat. Good. So here, you want to make sure that you're reaching your legs long away from you. That's going to help you activate your hamstrings, your glutes. You're lightly tucking your pelvis and pressing your pubic bone into the mat, lifting those low abs away from the floor. That's all going to help activate your glutes and your core to make sure that we're protecting your low back in this movement. Good. And then from here, you're going to start with your elbows bent. You're going to rest your forehead on your hands. Keep the palm of your hands facing down. Reach those legs long. Relax your shoulders and pull them down away from your ears. Nice deep inhale. And as you exhale, you're going to lift your chest, finding a small extension in your upper and mid back, making sure that you're not using your low back for this lift. So keep it as small as you need to. And then inhale to rest back down. Exhale, lift. Keeping those elbows nice and wide, shoulders down across your back. We're going to do 3 more. Last 2. And final 1. Beautiful. Bring your head back down, lowering your chest. You're going to open your arms out to the side and do like thumbs up. Have your thumbs pointing up towards the ceiling. Keep them about at shoulder level. Taking a deep inhale. You're going to exhale, lift your arms, thumbs reaching out towards the ceiling, lift your chest, and you're holding that extension. Again, reach those legs nice and long, keep your butt engaged, keep those abs engaged. Make sure that you're not feeling this pinch in your low back. You should be feeling it in your upper and mid back. And we're going to do little tiny squeezes here with your shoulders. So think about lifting your thumbs a tiny inch up, shoulder blade squeeze, inhale and release that inch. Exhale, squeeze, inhale and release. Going here for 8. Keep your collarbones wide for 6. And 4. Last 2. And after that last one, you can relax. Nice deep breath. And you're going to carefully come up to kneeling into a kneeling plank. So you're going to have your hands just underneath your shoulders. You're going to have your knees nice and settled on the mat. Hips open. Keep that pelvis tucked. Don't let your chest sink down. Think about keeping a long straight line from the crown of your head through to your knees. Collarbones are staying wide. Nice deep inhale. And from here, you're going to just rock back into a child's pose. Inhale. And then exhale, move back out into that kneeling plank. Inhale, rocking back to child's pose. And exhale, kneeling plank. Move nice and slow. As you sit back into your child's pose, think about reaching your fingertips longer forward. Your sits bones reach back over your heels, so we're finding some length in your spine. You're also finding a bit of stretch around your shoulders, your lats, maybe the sides of your waist. Exhale, moving out into that kneeling plank. Last 6. moving at your own pace here. Last 2. And on this next one, you're going to hold that kneeling plank. You're going to tuck your toes on the mat, lift up into your plank, and down dog. So here, think about reaching your heels down towards the mat. You're digging the heel of your palms deeper into the mat as well, letting your sits bones flare back. Spine is nice and long. Relaxing your neck and head here. Relaxing your shoulders. You're going to soften your right knee, reach your left heel a little further down. Inhale, and as you exhale, switch. Inhale as you lift that right heel. Exhale, your left heel reaches further down. So here again, breathe through this. I want you to think about exhaling as you're sitting deeper into the stretch. That's going to help your muscles relax, let go a little bit more so that you're really easing into the stretch instead of trying to force the stretch while your muscles are tense and gripping. And then here, finding the range that works for your body today. Last one to each side. And once you're evened out, you're going to reach both heels back. Move out into your plank. And then down dog. Inhale into your down dog. And then exhale out into your plank. 4, 3. And 2. Last one. Bring your knees down. And child's pose. Nice deep breath. Take a deep inhale here. See if you can reach those fingertips farther forward. And then as you exhale, walk your hands over to the left. Keep your right hip heavy over your right heel. See if you can shift your weight a little to the right and breathe into the right side of your rib cage. That's going to help you find some length in that waist, in those lats. On this next inhale, come right back to center. And then exhale, walking your hands over to the right. Again, keeping that left hip heavy over your left heel. Sending your weight a little bit to the left. Breathing into the left side of your rib cage. And coming right back to center. As you exhale, you're going to move right back out into your down dog, tucking your toes, sitting back. Nice deep breath. From here, we're going to go for a little bit of scorpion. So I want you to reach your left leg long and back. You're going to bend your knee and open your hip to the left. Coming right back to center. Bring that left foot down. Right leg reaches long. Bends and you open your hip over to the right. Back to center. We're going to do just 2 more times to each side. Last one to each side. Excellent. From here, plant your feet down. You're going to walk your hands all the way back to your feet and roll up. Reach your arms long and up towards the ceiling. And then you're going to exhale, forward fold. Slowly start to restack your spine up 1 bone at a time. Head is the last thing to come up. Shoulders roll back. Your arms up. Inhale, reach your hands a little farther up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, forward fold. Rolling back up. Excellent. We're going to start adding a small extension at the top. So stack your spine, reach your arms up, inhale as your fingertips reach farther up, and then as you exhale, find a slight extension, opening your chest up towards the ceiling. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to restack. We're going to do this 4 more times. Exhale, open up towards the ceiling. Forward fold. Making sure that when you find that extension, you're not extending from your low back. Again, you're bending from that upper and mid back that we worked earlier in our prone extension. Shoulders are relaxed away from your ears. Last one here. Once you reach the top, you're going to hold your arms up towards the ceiling, grab onto your hands, and you're going to side bend up and over to the left, finding length in that right side. Back up, and up and over to the left. Back up. Beautiful here. From here, we're going to move on to some reverse lunges with a knee hug. So start with your right leg. We're going to alternate from side to side. Make sure you have your left foot grounded on the mat. You're going to send your right foot and knee back. Press up through that left heel. So we're using your hamstring and glute for this. And then you're going to swing that right knee forward and then hug it in towards your chest. Make sure you're bringing your knee in towards your chest instead of your chest towards your knee. Then bring that right foot down and switch sides. Left, and then swing forward, hug. Beautiful. We're going to do just about 6 more to each side. And again, I like to inhale as I move my foot back. Exhale as I stand. inhale as I sweep my knee forward, and then exhale as I hug it in. Beautiful. Inhale, stepping back. Exhale, lift. Inhale, sweep, and then exhale, hug. Last 4. And 3. Making sure that you're bending your knee just over your heel and ankle. Again, so the weight goes into your heel and the work goes into your hamstring and butt to lift you up from that reverse lunge. Last one each side. Excellent. On this next one, you're going to send that right knee back. Stay down in this kneeling position. And you're going to exhale. Lean that chest forward. Lean your hips forward. Hold on. He's here for moral support. You're going to feel an opening in the front of your right hip, especially that hip flexor. Beautiful. And then you're going to move back as you inhale, and we're going to find a twist of your chest to the left. So as you exhale, press your right hand onto the outside of that left knee. Twist your chest open. And you can also hold on to your left foot, your right foot with your left hand. Quad stretch there. I'm trying to balance. Hold it here for a breath. He's going to make this impossible to balance in. And then come right back to center, standing up. And we're going to do it on the other side. So send your left knee back. You're going to hold that kneeling position. And inhale. As you exhale, lean your pelvis forward. Again, finding that opening sensation in your left hip. Inhale to come right back to center. Make sure you're nice and stacked. And then as you exhale, twist your chest open to the right. Left hand presses onto the outside of your right knee. And if it feels good, feel free to grab onto your left foot with your right hand to add a little extra quad stretch there. And then come right back to center. Beautiful. From here, you're actually going to just sit down on the mat. I need you to move it out of the way, please. So here, you can start with your knees softly bent or straight, however feels best for you. My hamstrings are pretty tight, so in order for me to get a nice tall spine, I like to soften my knees. We're going to do just a few rollbacks, and I want you to go super slow as you roll back. So you're going to reach your arms long and forward. Make sure your shoulders are relaxed away from your ears. Take a deep inhale. And then as you exhale, you're going to tuck that pelvis. Slowly roll it back. Lying down on the mat. Oh. As you reach your arms overhead. And then drag. Exhale, you're going to tuck your chin and roll all the way up. Yeah. Inhale at the top. Exhale to roll back. Nice and slow. Reaching your arms up overhead. And then as you exhale, sweep those arms down, tuck your chin, rolling up nice and slow. Think about digging your heels into the mat. That's going to help activate the back of your legs. So we're not using hip flexors too much for this movement. We're trying to also allow our low abs and upper abs to work in here. Beautiful here. We've got 2 more. And on this last one, you're going to roll back and stay lying down. Sit. Sit. Once you're lying down, we're just going to hug our right knee. Inhale as you bring that knee up and in, and then exhale as you pull that knee further in towards your chest. Yeah, just block the entire... So you're just holding that right knee in towards your chest. Beautiful. From here, we're going to go into our low back stretch. So you keep that knee bent in towards your chest, but this time you're going to open your right hand out to the side. That knee over to the left side, finding this slight twist of your hips and low back, but try to keep your shoulders, both of them, planted on the ground. You should be feeling a bit of a stretch in the outside of that right hip, that low back. And if it feels good for you, you can turn your gaze over to your right hand. Quieto. Exhale, see if you can maybe sink that knee a little further to the ground. Come right back to center. So you're going to bring your left knee in towards your chest. Exhale as you draw that knee further in towards your chest. Holding it here for a breath. And then you're reaching your left hand out to the in your low back. Feel free to turn your gaze to your left hand as well. That feels good for you. And then coming right back to center. You're going to reach your legs long. Try to reach your heels to the opposite corners of the mat. And then you're going to reach your arms up overhead. Inhale and see if you can reach your toes and hands a little further in this like star stretch. Close your eyes, and as you exhale, release. As all the air escapes from your body, feel how your arms and legs just kind of plop down towards the floor. Deep inhale, allowing your rib cage to expand in all directions. And exhale, releasing tension from your shoulders, your neck, your hips. Beautiful here. Just relax. Let everything go. And if it feels good, you can stay here for a little longer. Taking nice deep breaths. But we are done for today. So this was our class working on breath, connecting our breath to our movement, finding a little relaxing sensation through our breathing. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys feel a little bit more open and more relaxed. And again, next time that you're feeling stressful or anxious, just take a moment to breathe deep. Try to breathe into the back of your ribs, allow your rib cage to open, close your eyes, release your shoulders, and just do it for like 5 to 10 breaths. So thank you guys for joining, and I hope to see you around. Have a nice day.